My name is Wael Hassan, and today I want to talk to you about IO Plus, which is an outbreak notification network. IO Plus is really a COVID innovation that was designed and developed in Toronto, and we are happy to talk to you today to explain to you what the features are and how it can benefit your business. One thing we know about reopening is that the main goal of every organization, be it a hospital, a restaurant, a retailer, or a grocer, to ensure public safety and trust. The damage that can befall upon a company if one of their employees contracts COVID and they transmit it to the public is quite severe, and hence we realize that it's very important for businesses to open and remain open. So what are some of the business needs? The way we see it is that businesses want to notify clients in case of an outbreak. It's very important in building public trust. Number two, businesses want to manage their employee COVID notifications. If somebody was sick, somebody tested positive, an employer has not only the obligation, but the opportunity to trace whoever was at the same time in the building or at the on-premise when the person was working in that contract with COVID. Another key feature of COVID is that everybody is trying to go paperless, which means restaurants, they don't want to use menus. Everybody wants to use paperless ordering. Checking into the location need not require a front desk person that is writing down every individual's names. It's in every business advantage to have people self-check to their own mobile device. Also, key important feature for businesses who have multiple locations is that they want to be able to track if this individual or patron or employee is visiting multiple locations. Ensuring patient, client, and employee privacy is quite important. Meanwhile, extracting data analytics is extremely important to managing not only COVID notification, but employee schedules and understanding capacity at every site. That's a real key factor in deciding on what solution you could have for your COVID notification. So what is IO Plus and how does it work? IOplus.org, again, is simply a website that you can head to, and within less than 5 minutes you can set up your business. When you've set up your business, you will receive an email with a 2D barcode that you can print and post at the front door of your business, or even within your business if you've got multiple floors, or at the table in a restaurant, or in any other specific area that you want to track. IO Plus definitely supports businesses with multiple locations and multiple sub-locations. Employees also can use IO Plus to sign into the company, and that provides companies who either don't have a clocking system or do have one, but it doesn't integrate with their contact tracing system, then you would have everything all in one place. IO Plus will be able to capture employees who've signed in and patrons who visited your location. Another key feature is, like we said earlier, is scan to order. So as long as somebody is in a location, as long as they scan the 2D barcode or the QR code, then they're able to order from their mobile phone what they want, and you could receive the order and process it, be it a restaurant or an actual physical product that you're selling. So how does it work? Like we said, a person walks into a location, they scan it to the barcode. That activity alone will leave a breadcrumb within the IO Plus network. The breadcrumb is encrypted and private, and it cannot be reproduced unless by the person who is actually holding that device. Employees can also use the same 2D barcode as they check into the organization or the office. And more importantly, employees can also sign in with their corporate network. And that is a great feature that businesses want, because it will enable them to identify their employees, what time they were in and what time they left the company. Once a person scans the 2D barcode, they're also offered the ability to sign into a social network. The advantage of signing into a social network is that then they could receive a notification in case the business wants to communicate back with them. Once the individuals have signed in and employees are signed in, then you've got a sort of a closed notification network that is secure, that in case of an outbreak, if a business realizes that one of their employees contracted COVID or any communicable disease, they could simply press a button and notify the patrons who were at that point in time while the person was working in the last 2 weeks. And that's a really key feature. The IO Plus makes the matching process between your infected employee schedule and individuals who visited your location seamless. It's literally one click of a button. In addition, organizations can have a calendar view of who of their employees were present on premise at any point in time. And they can also notify their colleagues that were available and present and working with them at the same time. This capability and feature is unique to IO Plus. So, a few things about IO Plus, and I'm sure you got a lot of questions. First of all, it's a not-for-profit initiative. It's an appless design, which means that there is no app to download. There is no centralized server that keeps track of individuals and their location. It's every individual, when they visit a site, it's almost like visiting a website. It's the same mechanism that's used in advertising that we apply in the IO Plus application. Another key feature about IO Plus is that it integrates with business networks. So if you're using Active Directory or Google Sign-In or Microsoft Passport, then you're very easily able to integrate with IO Plus, and that allows you to have your employees sign in and authenticate your employees. A couple of the advantages of the federal app, even though there is no competition between the two, we have a completely different purpose. Our application is purposed or directed at businesses, whereas the federal app is directed at the public. Is that IO Plus does not rely on the smartphone version. As long as your smartphone has a ability to scan a QR code and launch a browser, then that would allow them to use IO Plus and get notified. And that's a really key feature that has been found to be a limitation of the federal application. Another key feature that is comparable or is an advantage over the federal application is that businesses are allowed to customize it quite easily. We've built in all the hooks for businesses to hook in IO Plus and to even deploy it on their own network without relying on the IO Plus centralized server. So if you want to build your own cloud IO Plus application, we also have opened the source so you're able to use the code so you can implement that. IO Plus does not rely on Apple or Google technologies to implement the application, and that's another key feature and advantage over the existing application. In terms of offering public health authorities, the amount of data and the intelligence that can be gathered from the network, especially around capacity, especially around traffic, where people go, what times of day, is quite key in managing a pandemic. And that is why IO Plus is able to offer public health authorities invaluable data. Also very important is that IO Plus is designed with a federal pan-Canadian privacy framework, and hence it will pass the test with privacy commissioners across Canada and with the federal commissioner. And also will integrate with existing business networks where employees have already registered and have consented to using the application. How does the network structure work? So basically, as you can see, IO Plus sits at the top, and the main role of IO Plus is to not only produce the software and the code and open it for validation. The main feature is that we do the credential management for the corporations. So businesses that sign into the network, they will get validated through the IO Plus network, okay? Especially if they want to interact or collaborate with other businesses on multiple sites. This is the role of IO Plus. Employees are registered for each business, that we don't manage the employees. It's the responsibility of the business. They are offered a window into the cloud application, or they can manage it from their own, build your own cloud. Patrons then, they can be notified anytime they visit a location where somebody contracted for code. In summary, the IO Plus application is a network does not rely on any application. It allows business to set up within minutes, and it allows patrons to scan their a 2D barcode that allows them to identify and receive notifications of the business. Now, we are opening the floor to you guys. Basically, if you have any questions on how to participate, how to pilot the project, you can email me, wael@ioplus.org, or send me a text or a phone call to 416-420-8808. Again, we are proud that IO Plus is a Canadian innovation designed and built in Toronto, and we are looking forward to participating and working with you. Thank you very much, and have a good day.